Hi, my name is Rachel Halbert, and Semper Fi rebuilt the inside of my house and the roof of my house back in November following Hurricane Helene and the destruction that caused to my home and my property. When Hurricane Helene hit, this was the fifth flood that I have endured in the 30 years I've lived in my home. It's by far the worst ever. I think sometimes I'm still in shock 9 months later. So when I'm surveying all the damage and knowing things need to be repaired, rebuilt, I went to Semper Fi knowing that they were going to take care of me and that I didn't have to worry about being scammed or being taken advantage of, that I would be listened to and I would be heard. I was looking for a company that I could totally trust. In fact, with the work that they did in November, I had already planned a trip out of town, and I gave them the key to my house and went on my vacation. I came home to completed work that was above and beyond my expectations, and I never contacted them while I was on vacation. I didn't have to, I didn't need to, I didn't feel like I needed to, and they did extremely wonderful work. Hurricane Helene damaged my roof, which caused water damage inside my home in a closet. I had water underneath my house in the crawl space, in the root cellar of my home is 100 years old. I had damage to the deck, my yard, so the damage was extensive. I wanted a company that I could trust and know that their work was going to be good and that they were above reproach. I've known Chris and Jay for 28 years. They grew up as teenagers with my oldest son. They're wonderful boys, young men. My oldest and Chris and Jay went to clubs together in Montreat. I was on staff in Montreat, and that's where they met. They are funny, they're lovable, and again, fine young men. As I said earlier, I could totally trust them. With the trauma dealing with Hurricane Helene and the damage that had been done to my home, I was grateful and blessed that my home was still standing, but knowing where to turn, I knew I could turn to Chris and Jay and the Semper Fi team to tell them what had happened, and this is what I think needs to be fixed, which they can also see what else needed to be fixed, and I could just go to them with the trauma I was experiencing. The inside of the home was clean. You never knew anybody had been in there working. Also, the closet that they rebuilt was rebuilt better than it initially had been built. I was just extremely blessed and pleased with their work. I've been a single parent. I'm still a single parent, and I've had to always do everything by myself. And so knowing I could go to someone and take that burden off of me and know that I was completely cared for and was going to be completely taken care of. The Semper Fi team, everyone that I have come in contact with, they totally take the time to listen to my needs, my visions. They are patient and understanding and walk me through the entire process. Having the total release that I don't have to make decisions. They pretty much have said, this is what is going to be done and this is how we're going to do it. And I totally trust them with their expertise and their knowledge, their attention to detail. So the burden and relief have been totally taken off of me. A lot of companies just want to get your money and do the work. And Semper Fi makes me feel almost like I'm their mom and they're going to take good care of me. And I know that the work is going to be exquisite craftsmanship and of the highest quality.